Instead of the 3 normal methods, we come up with 6 to 9 ways of valuing your business. All right, so does anybody have a question before we start that you'd like me to answer somewhere along the way? Yes, sir.
How do you establish a value beyond EBITDA?
Yep.
Our company, we have so many clients that have a value to other companies that's far beyond what we can monetize. How do you establish that value?
Yeah, it's an interesting question because I'm on a board of a company that has no EBITDA. We're growing at about 40% per year, and every time we get enough money, we put another office in a different city. And so EBITDA multiplier, the company's not worth anything. So I'm going to cover that as we go, but it's a real example. Okay, anybody? Yes?
How important is the number of clients that you have versus the quality of clients?
Okay. Great. Yes?
I'd like to understand the difference between traditional valuation methods and valuing on recast financials.
On which?
Recast financials.
Recast?
Yes.
Recast, okay. So I'm going to call those add-ons to the P&L. Right? Yeah, I'll talk to you about that. In fact, it'll be coming up pretty soon. Next, yes? The investment banker what?
Yeah, the investment banker role.
Role? Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, so I'm going to share with you how that works, okay? Yes?
Once we learn all this, how do we apply it? Because we're looking to sell our business, or at least a significant portion of the next period of time. How do we apply all this?
So I'm going to give you a model of how and when to sell. Okay? How's that? Yes?
If we learn all the right way, what are the things that you absolutely should not do?
Yeah, that's great. Okay, and there was a hand over here.
How do you establish a value for goodwill?
Good. Okay? Yes, sir.
How do you recognize if you're in the window, right? Where you kind of find your ideal time to sell the value?
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to cover that in your how to do it and then when to do it. I'm actually going to give you a quantitative formula of how, since you've asked, only about 10 groups of the 150 that I've talked to asked that question, but I'll give you a quantitative way to determine when and what to sell for. Any questions over here? See this room over, this side over here. Are you awake over here? I was just checking. You all with me? You good? Okay. Yes.
How or who do you work with in terms of the financial structure of the sale?
Okay. So I'm just going to call sell help. Yes, sir.
I want to qualify my earlier question about recasting.
Yes.
Yes, it's about add-ons, but more importantly, it's about selling the future versus the past.
Great. Awesome. I'm going to cover that right up front. So add-ons and future and history. Right? Yeah, great. Yes, sir.
Increasing your valuation through acquisitions.
Yeah. Okay. Any others? Yes, sir.
Intellectual property value, like trademarks,
Great. Okay, if you have questions along the way, make sure you ask. Now, I'm not trying to make you certified valuators. I want to clarify that. What I want you to listen for are any new terms that you didn't know before, all right? So I'm going to bring up a number of things that are done that are errors in valuing. And so I just want you to pick up a few of those terms so that when you do work with a valuator, you can ask questions that will help you in the process. Is that all right? Okay. One more.
when you're valuing your business to sell, how do you determine how much time you have to spend once they acquire you?
So are you saying time in the sell preparation or time after you've sold?
After selling.
Okay.
Sometimes they require you to stay on for minutes.
Okay, great.
Is that different from earnout?
Pardon?
Is that different from earnout, or would you view that as?
Same. We'll talk over that in the same concept. And I'm going to share with you a couple of techniques that are really valuable if you're buying a business. Some ways to do that in a way that's going to be very beneficial to you. Okay, we ready to start the what I call the university section here? So remember, we're just looking for a couple of key things, concepts. All right, so I'm going to give you a couple examples. Who can tell me what a pink sheet company is? Anybody heard of a pink sheet company? Yes, sir.
Isn't it a very slimly traded public company?
Nice. Does everybody understand that? So the reason I say pink sheet is it used to be like a pink sticky, put it on the board. I want to sell some shares. That's how it used to be way back when. Penny stocks. Everybody heard of penny stocks? Yeah, penny stocks. So thinly traded, high risk. What else did you say?
Public.
Public company. So high risk, thinly traded, public company with typically low stock price, pennies, right? Okay, so these are two high technology companies. One is wanting to buy the other's technology. Now, their transaction, the last one, they would have done 46 to 100. So the buying firm would give 46 shares. The selling firm was going to give 100 shares. After doing side-by-side valuations with the methodologies I'm going to share with you, the deal closed at 34. It saved the company $5 million to do side-by-side valuations. I use divorce because it happens all the time. This is a printing company, 30 years in the business. They had $500,000 printers, all right? And so their methodology was to divide up the assets, wouldn't you think, right? Big printers all over the place. So they took net assets minus liabilities, and that's how they were going to split it up. Not considering the other methodologies of operations and market and so forth. When they took the asset, they were each going to get $180,000. When we looked at the methods we're sharing, each got $630,000, quite a big difference. Okay, when do we need a valuation? I've got some things up there. Give me your ideas if I blank that out. Give me some ideas when you think you need a valuation. Obviously, if you're ready to sell. When else? When you're bringing in a partner or buying out a partner, right? When else?
Send your employees through.
Some equity. Yeah, so you may do some stock options or something like that to incent people. Great. When else? Yes?
Estate valuation.
Estate, absolutely. Did you know that you can give $20,000 of equity to every one of your heirs free, it's tax-free every year? But you need to know what that equity is that you're giving, right? What else? Taxes. Is that what you said? Okay. So you guys are great. Let's see what you covered. So merger acquisition, you're looking for finance or investment. Fairness opinion, if you have a board. Does anybody have key person life insurance? I highly recommend if you do not have it. I'm going to tell you a quick story. My daughter is an auditor for PricewaterhouseCoopers. And in Utah, the Coca-Cola distributorship is called Swire. And the 4 executives were going to go skiing to Jackson Hole. They got in a private plane. They took off. They hit Malad Hill, and all of them died. So your CEO, CFO, CMO, COO, and there was a complete catastrophe because nobody knew their passwords. No, there was not cross-training at the top of what they had. They had to bring in a whole new team from Portland to restart the Coke distributorship. So if you get key person insurance, it covers you for a disaster of that kind where you can then have some money to bring in another